But if you're struggling with your views right now, one of the things I can absolutely tell you is that if you're struggling for views and you make getting a higher click-through rate your number one priority, and you make getting a higher click-through rate early in the life cycle of the video. This is very important. Early in the life cycle of the video. I'm talking the first hour you upload it, getting as many people to click on it as possible that first hour up to the first day. I'm dead serious about how much this matters. Getting that initial click-through rate as high as possible increases the distribution of the video and helps YouTube identify the users that would watch this video, and it makes sure that those viewers are seeing that video and having the opportunity to click. I want to tell you real quickly 3 things that viewers care about. Is something interesting enough to make them curious even if they've never seen it before? Is it relevant to them as an individual? Is it something that is catering to them and who they are, what groups they belong to, and is it engaging enough to keep them watching and to want more? Okay, so if it's not interesting to me, I don't click on it. If I'm watching it and then I don't feel any of it speaks to me and is relevant to me, I click off. And if it's engaging to me, even if it's not that engaging to me, I might watch it all the way through, but then I might not watch any other stuff, or I might not subscribe or comment or so on and so forth. So you need it to be interesting to get the click, relevant to keep them engaged and the watch time, and then it needs to be engaging and hit them on an emotional enough level to get them to act or to commit to you. You need a compelling title. Titles are the things that people struggle with the most, but that title is going to qualify whether or not this video applies to me, appeals to me, relates to me in any meaningful way. Then you need a thumbnail. 80% of traffic on YouTube is mobile traffic. You need a thumbnail that makes people stop scrolling in their phone and pay attention to what you're doing. So that has to happen. You have to avoid drop-off time at the very beginning of the video. This is very important. That first 30 to 60 seconds determines so much of your video. You have no idea. Measuring that first 30 to 60 seconds, crafting that to perfection. I'm telling you, if 80% of your effort went into the first 60 seconds of your YouTube video, your video will do better. If 80% of your effort is making the first 60 seconds as cool as possible, as good of an experience as possible for the viewer, your video will perform better. High click-through rate and high average view duration to get videos to perform. And like I said, 35 is your minimum to where you can say, all right, it's okay. I may not need to make drastic changes to my video if it's at 35% retention rate. Average view duration itself may vary. Just try to improve your current average view duration by 20% if you can, and then in another 30 to 90 days, try to improve it another 20%. Me, I am shooting for an absurdly magical number of I want to get between 6 minutes and 8 minutes of average view duration on every video if I possibly can, and I set that goal for myself specific to my own content. You have to figure out what it is for you. But Jimmy Donaldson, Mr. Beast, told me this himself. High click-through rate and high average view duration to get videos to perform. That is the magic sauce. The recommendation algorithm pays attention to someone's watch history. Why? Because what channels you're subscribed to, you don't necessarily watch. You're probably lying to yourself about, oh, I care about this. It's like, then you would watch it more. So watch history. Search history tells me, what are you doing right now? What are you interested in right now? What are you trying to figure out? Okay. Your location matters. Language also, location, geography, and language localization matters. Time of day. And then how many people watched these videos through to completion, and also direct viewer feedback through the surveys that they've been doing. You've probably gotten these YouTube surveys. If you're worried about view to subscriber ratios when you're watching your YouTube channel or when you look at another person's YouTube channel, you need to stop that obsession. If I could take that idea in the YouTube culture and if I could put it down like Old Yeller, I absolutely would, because view to subscriber ratio is the most trash metric it is because it ignores a fundamental factor. YouTube does not care if a viewer hit the subscribe button on a channel unless they turned on notifications. And even then, not all of the notifications will go through, and it won't always immediately happen. Notifications are staggered, and it will not necessarily help you. This is one of the most powerful ideas that can change your YouTube journey. Don't worry about being relevant. Become undeniable and then inevitable. So what I mean by that is make content at every single level that is too good to be ignored, and then go deep and make sure that if they care about that topic, if they care about that thing at all, that you're always in their face and you keep showing up and they cannot avoid you. That if they care about that, they're going to find you eventually. And when they do, your work will represent itself and it'll be too good to ignore. It'll be too good not to talk about. Okay? So you have to become undeniable, as in be too good to ignore. And you have to be inevitable in the sense that you are unavoidable. On a long enough timeline, if they care about this thing, they will end up running into you at some point. Make content you respect, measure meaningful data, drive traffic to high-paying videos, build a consistent traffic source, don't ignore things like search, prioritize high click-through rate and average view duration, create loyalty patterns for your viewers by putting them first, and be consistent in your upload schedule. That can bypass the algorithm. If people know when to show up for you, they will. Concentrate on good viewer experiences, niche down to related topics if possible. My personality, I like doing too many things, and I think they're related. Other people don't. I believe they all work together. So I can't niche down as much as other people can. And create the highest quality video you are capable of creating with what you have where you are right now. Do not chase the Casey Neistats and Mr. Beast of the world if you don't have the ability to rock with that lifestyle. Don't set those expectations on yourself.